Hello everybody, Iron Man Mark 7 here, and today we are back on the Aquatic Horizons server. In the last episode, we made this multi-level farm that you see me standing on top of here. It turned out really nice. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I think you guys were too from some of the reactions I got on that video. So thank you guys so much for the support for that video. But let's get into it. Before I do though, guys, if you have not already subscribed and want to do that, please be sure to do so. We put up a lot of great videos, and I think you guys will really enjoy them. Okay, today we are going to be working on a shop because we have not gotten into that yet. A lot of the people on the server have set up shops, and we have not. So we're going to be providing a dye shop today to the server. I think it's something that we will get a lot of good use out of, and as a bonus, we might make a little profit on the side. I'm planning on calling it Diorama, but if you guys have any other suggestions, please feel free to drop those in the comments below. I'll really appreciate it if you guys can give me that. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we're going to be working on before we start on the shop, guys. Let's head on over. Alright, so since last episode we have done a little bit of off-camera work on the farm. We've gotten some carrots put in. We still need to do a little bit of terraforming and close that backspace in completely, but that is pretty much done for the time being. And we also have this nice little bridge we put in, and down here is our new entrance into the farm instead of jumping in through the side like we were doing. Much better. All right, down over here though is where we're going to be working for at least a little bit of today's episode. This is our 2-block flower farm. As you can see, we've got 2-block tall flowers, and we have a space here for sunflowers once we find those. They're a little bit on the rare side to find, so we are gonna have to go ahead and look for those off camera. But we've got the other 3 here and ready to go. So these 2 in the middle are for pink and magenta. Not terribly useful in large quantities, purely because they can't really be combined to make other dyes. But once we get red and we get yellow, we should be able to combine those to make orange and of course red and yellow. So that'll be good. We'll be able to get at least a little bit of extra value out of those as well. So yeah, this is our 2-block flower farm. Right now it is just the framework. We do not have the dispensers in place to bone meal those and get extra flowers from them, but for the moment that's what we have. So we're going to be working on getting this area fleshed out a little bit and hopefully get this up and running very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this for a little bit and try and get it looking all nice. Aesthetics is an important part too. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, guys, in between episodes we also did work on our pickaxe, getting it enchanted, so it's super good. It's Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, Mending, and Efficiency 4, and we're hoping to get that up to Efficiency 5 yet. So pickaxe will tear through anything, so that should be really helpful in getting diamonds and henceforth buying some stuff from the shopping district. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this, and I will be right back, guys. Okay, guys, before we can get started on the 2-block flower farm that we just were at, we do have one thing we are going to need in large quantities, and that's bone meal. So bone meal is going to be what we're going to be using to duplicate those 2-block flowers down there. But we don't currently have a source of bone meal. So if you remember, in the last, I believe it was episode 2, we found a skeleton spawner. So what we're going to be doing first is going to that skeleton spawner and getting that turned into a skeleton farm. That'll help us get the bone meal we need to not only get the 2-block flowers going, but also give us the white dye that we need for the shop. So let's go ahead and get all the materials that we need for that, and we will go ahead and get down there and get started. Okay, guys, I'm going to have a little bread here and eat up. We are almost down to the skeleton spawner right around this corner. You can see it right there. So, we are going to be hollowing out this area. I'm sure you guys know how skeleton spawners work. Hollow out a 9x9 area, drop them down into the water, and then elevator them up so that they can then drop down and take 22 hearts of damage. So yes, we are going to be hollowing out this area, getting it ready to go, get rid of all this mossy cobblestone, because we want to go for a little bit more refined look here. We don't want to go with this rustic look, because that's not what our design scheme is all about. So let's go ahead and start getting rid of the floor here, and I'll be right back when I have a little bit of a progress update to share with you guys. Alright guys, well, we got the entire area dug out, and I actually managed to decorate it as well. It looks really great. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, but as you can see, it's not quite in the functional stage yet. We were working on getting the area for us to be in while we are here as well. You can see I've got the elevator that is going to be transporting the skeletons up. I've got that kind of laid out and framed in, and so yeah, all the skeletons will drop down into the base there. The water will push them down below us and into this elevator, go up, and then it will eventually take them all the way up, where they will then drop down again and take all the damage, and we should be able to take them out with one swipe of our sword. So yeah, we've got a lot of progress made since the last clip. Kind of sad I didn't show you guys more, but it's looking real good. I'm real happy with the way it's turned out so far. Oh, we got some iron here in the floor too. I'll have to get that. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep working on this. I'll give you guys another progress update in a minute. Alright guys, we got this entire area decorated except for the lights, which you see are going to go right there. But the entire place is decorated. We are going to be working a little bit more on this elevator. I've got the area dug out all the way up to the top. They'll come over here and they'll drop down and take their damage, and we should be able to hit them with one sword hit coming down from that height. And yes, so lights, get the elevator in and drop them down. Also over here we are going to be putting in some iron bars, but I don't want to do that until we've got the whole floor flooded and we can take all the torches out and finish this whole build off. So I'm going to head back up and get some more materials, and I'll be right back to finish this build off. Alright guys, all of the water is in and we are all set to go. So as you can see, we've got the traditional water block elevator for mobs in there. Yeah, I know we could use the bubble elevator. It'd probably look a lot cooler, and I might still end up doing that at some point, but for today, I couldn't figure out how to get the mobs to actually flow into the elevator, because if you have source blocks all the way through the elevator, it actually pours back out into the water stream that's down here and pushes them, so they're kind of stuck in the middle there. So if I can figure out how to combat that, I may do that at some point, switch that over to just a bubble block elevator. I think that would be a lot easier in the long run if I could get the aforementioned problem fixed. So, for now, we're going to go ahead and... Oops, I didn't mean to block this up with that. Let's go ahead and replace that. And then we are going to get the last little bit in place. The water stream down here across the back row that'll push them down into this. And once that's done, I think we can start removing all the torches and seal it up. And that should be our skeleton farm all finished. We'll just have to let them drop down here, and then we'll be done. All right, let's block that up. And let's do that, guys. Be right back. All right, guys. So it is all finished, but we did have one small problem, and that is that mobs no longer float in 1.13, specifically undead mobs. So undead mobs will no longer try and swim in water, which made this a lot harder because that sign block elevator that used to work for undead mobs no longer works. They will not try and swim up to stay above water. Hence, they would just sit there in water, not drowning and not going up either. So I thought, okay, we'll just put in a bubble block elevator. Well, it also turns out that ice and water aren't even sufficient to push them all the way into a bubble stream. So what we ended up doing was doing a bubble stream with signs in it. So it's actually a 2x1 space that these skeletons are traveling up. So the signs allow the water to stay in its 1 block stream, and also allow the skeletons who just barely get into that water stream to be pushed up as well. So kind of a different solution than I was expecting, but it worked out real well. And so we finally have a stream that will take them all the way up, across, and down into this killing chamber that I've set up for them right here. So we are going to go ahead and finish closing this area up. I've got some iron bars down, but we're just going to fill in the rest of it. And that should be our farm completely done and dusted. Okay, guys, I've spent a little time down in our new farm getting all that bone meal. And, oh, he knows it, too. He's trying to avenge his friends. All right, let's go down to the 2-block flower farm again, and we are going to start working on the farm down here. So we're going to be using a redstone farm. Hello. Came back to visit. We're going to be using a redstone farm. So I'm going to start clearing out these blocks here, getting an area hollowed out behind it. We are going to be using a flower farm design. The credit to this goes to Nims TV in his Nims Toot series. This design is all his, so I can't take any credit for it. But it is a very good design. I'm very happy to be using it. And so we're going to get this set up. So it involves a repeating circuit and 2 dispensers that will dispense our bone meal onto the flower itself. So I'm going to go ahead, hollow out this area behind, get it working, get all the bugs worked out, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so we have got the mechanism in, we've got it kind of decorated, and we're placing down the levers now, testing it out to make sure it all works. That is a very promising sign. So we need to figure out, we need to put in some bone meal here and get that all ready to go. So if we flick this lever again, we should start having some flowers pop out. Let's go ahead and give this lever a flick. There we go. We got one. And many, many more. All right. Good deal. That's very, very encouraging. All right. Let's go ahead and take out the rest of these 2 areas, get those all taken care of and redstoned up, and be right back, guys. All right, guys. So I just got word that my good friend Destiny644 is actually hopping on the server right now. He told me he was heading through the Nether. He should be popping out of our portal here any second now.
Hello.
Hello. I don't see you, but hello.
Because you.
That's why. That's why. Your entry into the server was so stupendous that it crashed my game.
Yes. I'm impressive like that.
Yes. Yes, you are. Alright, guys. Well, it has been a day or so since I've been on the server. Destiny and I weren't able to resolve our connection problems. But he will be back at a later date to help us out. We did make a little progress on the flower farm, though. We got that all decorated, and the redstone should almost all be functional now. So, you can see it there. It should be pretty much done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got done down here. Okay, so I'm finishing off the last little bits of the floor in front of our flower farm, but this area is pretty much done. We have done a lot of decorating. The redstone should be all working. For the most part, it's done. Oh, we need to clear that dirt block. No, I did not want to do that. You do not have a use for a shovel. You are a sheep. You do not use shovels. Yeah, don't you bat me. I know you don't need that. Alright, so we're pretty much finished, guys. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of grinding, get some bone meal so that we can get flowers together, get ready to make our shop. But while I am doing that, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the design I've got for this shop. I think you're really going to like it. Alright, guys, so it's time for the big reveal. We have a giant crayon box. This is going to be our shop. We're going to call it Diorama and replace all the signs on here with colored banners. I may not do that in this episode, just because I'm not very good with banners. It may take me a while to figure out how to make those, but I think this will be a really fitting addition to the shopping district, and I hope that everybody on the server will like it. So let's go ahead and get into the build. Alright, guys, so we are here in the shopping district. We've got all our supplies together. For the most part, we may have to grab a few things. But man, the shopping district has really got a lot of cool new builds here. Oh, hello. Please stop throwing your pitchfork at me. Actually, I want that pitchfork. Give it to me. Give it to me. You are a feisty bugger. Alright. Darn it, no trident. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get on with our shop build. Alright, guys, well, this is where we're going to be building the shop. You can see I've already kind of marked out where it's going to be at. Kind of hollowed away the hillside a little bit. I want to build it against a hillside. That way we can use a little bit less materials trying to put it all together. But yeah, it's going to go right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our materials. We've got a bunch of yellow and a little bit of green at the moment. We are going to be using other colors, as you saw from the creative world. But primarily these are going to be the colors that we're going to use to start the base. So let's go ahead and start laying that area down, assuming we don't have a bunch of eager customers coming to visit us. Alright, guys, so we did a little off-camera work with Destiny. He was able to get back on, but unfortunately his time was limited, so I don't really have a lot of clips with us working on it. But we did manage to get quite a bit done. As you can see, the area that we are working on right now is a lot higher than what we have in the time-lapse clip. We've got a little bit of the roof of the shop itself. You can see down there on the left, that is all filled in. And we also got the entire Rainbow Road filled in as well. That'll lead customers from the shopping district proper. Hello. It'll lead them from the shopping district proper out to the very edges where our shop is based. So we're gonna go ahead, keep working on it, but I just want to say that progress has been made, and probably a little bit more will be made off camera. Guys, I've made myself a friend. He also happens to be invisible and wants to kill me. So, I'm not sure if that's very friendly or not. This is so weird. What am I gonna do about this? Maybe if I can lure him over here, and then I'll just make a break back for the shop. Okay, I think that ought to work. Let's get back to building, guys. Alright, the interior of our shop is all completely lit up. We should have no more mobs spawning. I've made 100% sure that nobody is gonna get attacked in here, which is good. We don't need any more invisible spider friends. But yeah, it looks real good. We need to get in some minor details to finish it out. I'm gonna put some glass inside, kind of just decorate a little bit. But for the most part, it's all done. We just need to put the final finishing touches up on top. We're going to be putting in some crayons now, getting that all taken care of. So let's go ahead and grab our materials and get that done. Okay, guys, we are finished up here. Yes, we have got all the crayons in. We have got it mostly lit up. The only thing we need to be working on, there is some slight spawnable surface right up on top of the crayons. So we're going to go ahead and stick some torches on the very back side of them, just to eliminate that last little bit of spawnable surface, because we don't want anything spawning up here. We don't want to make the shopping district a dangerous place to be. So let's go ahead and throw down some torches, and then I will hop down and take a quick look at it and show you guys the finished product. Alright guys, welcome to the newly completed diorama. It's all lit up, it's all decorated. We've got glass above the doorway here, matches the Rainbow Road. All of our dies should more or less be in. And here's what it looks like from the outside. So, unfortunately, at this angle, you can't really see the crayons, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, it is all done. More or less stocked up. We may do a few finishing touches in between episodes just to spice it up a little bit. But it looks great, and I'm super happy with it and the way it turned out. So let's go ahead and dump some of our resources real quick, and I will get a better vantage point so we can see the finished product in all its glory. Alright guys, we are doing it the old-fashioned way today. Let's nerd pull on up. There we go. It is all finished. It looks great. The Rainbow Road leading out of the shop is amazing. I'm really happy with that little detail. The crayons look great themselves. You see I used some wool there in the little plastic slit in the front of the crayon box for the wrapping on the crayon. It looks great. Man, guys, I'm really happy with the way this project turned out, and hopefully the rest of the Aquatic Horizons members are too. Maybe even pay me a little diamonds for my services. You never know. But guys, I'm super stoked with how this turned out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave me a like and a comment down below if you're so inclined. If you're at all new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified about new Aquatic Horizons videos or any of my other series. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see all of you in the next episode. Bye-bye!